My name is Buza.
Well, my background in writing is mostly doing TV journalism. We work for a whole bunch of online sites, mostly covering culty TV shows and interviewing people and going to sets and writing reviews and writing news and all that kind of thing. And part of the reason why I was interested in doing that in the first place is that I wanted to write TV shows myself.
And I focus mainly on, right now, on writing books, fiction author, but I also have a small farm, and naturally I'm a stay-at-home dad, so.
The original inspiration for the sticks actually happened when I was 7. We lived in a house that backed onto a street with all these big, huge mansions with big yards full of trees and all sorts of fancy things. And the house right behind ours had these, like, Greek statues that were these big, giant stone effigies that to a 7-year-old looked like gravestones. So I was convinced that the yard right behind mine was a cemetery and full of monsters and all that kind of stuff.
So I've always had an interest in film, documentaries, film, TV shows that I can binge watch on Netflix, but mainly my interest in film is probably my most important thing. That's probably why I got into this. Also, I've wanted to collaborate with somebody, and Laurel's a great person to collaborate with. I've been really excited to do that. So I've been really looking for somebody to work with to not only just write the script, but also produce something of merit, some type of video, some type of film, some type of something.
One of the reasons why, for me, focusing on the young teen audience is, honestly, it's not a demographic that gets a lot of good television. I mean, you get some crazy Disney sitcoms that are sort of geared towards that young teen group, but otherwise most television for people under 18 is either geared towards younger children or it's geared towards older teens, and that have much more mature themes and things like that that you don't necessarily want an 11 or 12-year-old to watch. So the idea with the sticks is to have something that's got a good story, a lot of quality, but is actually accessible to someone who's young and not ready for more adult fare. One of the things with the sticks is this is really low budget, so we can't do a lot of crazy monster effects. We can't have a lot of CGI, anything like that. So part of the issue is how do you show monsters without spending a lot of money or going into technology like crazy? And the answer that I came up with for that was slime. Slime looks awesome on camera, it's really easy to make, and I mean, everybody loves slime. I mean, it's the best.
I deal with enough slugs on the farm to know that slime is an awful thing. Oh man, Kickstarter. So it's a little soft spot in my heart. There's always been big gatekeepers towards producing content, to producing video and movies and whatnot. And I think the thing that's come up in the last 6 or 7 years, we've seen this revolution of crowdsourcing, the ability to kind of go out to a community and be able to pull in a few dollars from everybody and be able to produce something that has a lasting effect on a community, I think is invaluable. And I think Kickstarter, other crowdsourcing things, being able to just email your list and say, hey, can you give me $5 on PayPal, and be able to produce something like a TV show that 20 years ago was, nobody could ever think of that. So I think that's probably the beauty of this Kickstarter campaign, and why I think it's so important that, we try to do this and try to get the social validation from our friends, family, and the community of Kickstarter to be able to support something like this.
Well, the main purpose of the money in terms of actual amounts is going to be to pay the actors. I'm not an actor, Matthew's not an actor. We need to have some people who can make the story come to life. And one of the things I do feel really strongly about is that people who are professionals should get paid for their work. And so in order to be able to attract really high quality actors and give them a good incentive to be working with us, we want to be able to pay them.
We're going to give away really cool stuff, like t-shirts and postcards and posters, and anybody who gives us money is we're going to give a digital copy of the book that I'm like halfway through novelizing right now. So there's no point not to give us money. You get a free book. Give us money, you get a free book. A digital book. I'm not going to mail you a book. It's too expensive. We'll email you a digital copy of the book. Yeah. And t-shirts.